Then self-accountability. Work ethics means that I try to all the time critically look on my own behavior. The Quran says that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not leave your vision and audition, introspection, sam'a, basar, wal fuad, whatever is you seen, whatever is heard, whatever you have your emotions, emotional intelligence or cognitive intelligence, whatever you have, all these aspects are going to be asked for, examined. Shouldn't I ask for all these things before Allah asks me? Shouldn't I ask myself, whatever I heard, whatever I saw, whatever I was thinking, was that really beneficial? Was that proper use of time? Is it what fits in my 5-year plan, 1-year plan, in my life plan? If I am just sitting in my home and watching a drama for hour and a half, where nothing except so-called fun, enjoyment is there, then is that really justifiable for me when I am in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to say that for hour and a half I was just relaxing? Can that be acceptable in terms of accountability in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Or that time could have been used for something innovative, something creative, something that can benefit people. Therefore, self-accountability that has been referred in this Quranic ayah, mas'uliyah, is extremely important in our work ethics. Work ethics requires that we have proper planning of activities. If I am responsible as a superintendent in a factory, as a manager in an organization, as a vice chancellor, then what are plans of organization? Have I visualized how things will take place? This COVID-19 is a good example. We never planned for that, but once it came, then have we considered that if it stays for longer period, how we will be resolving various issues of academic nature? Psychomotor skills, how are we going to take care of those when we are not allowed to have regular lab hours or classes? That requires planning. And the Quran provides us an ideal example when Sayyidina Yusuf interprets a dream in terms of how you plan for next 7 years, not just 5 years, but in 7 years. We read the Quran even with translation, but never try to apply it in our life. It needs to be applied. It came for application, not for theorization. Therefore, a good organization and management or work ethics means that you have proper plans prepared, and those plans are short duration, long duration, yearly plan, 2-yearly plan, 5-yearly plan, 7-yearly plan, 50-yearly plan, and all those things have to be done. Only then we can consider ourselves following work ethics. Next, please. Work ethics also means that whatever is your product, quote unquote, whatever is your outcome, that outcome meets specific requirements. Therefore, the Quran says that you must use your scales judiciously. Your scales of giving others, scales of receiving from others should not be different. It should not be. And when it is a problem of benefits and perks, then you get everything that you can imagine. When it is matter of delivery of services, then those services are given half-heartedly. A medical doctor or a psychiatrist, when the person enters his clinic or surgery, the person on the counter takes 5,000 rupees. But when the person meets the physician just checks temperature, weight and a few things, and then writes a prescription without going into every single detail, without giving the due time, without trying to analyze the whole issue and then sharing with the patient what's the problem, what are these symptoms of, how these symptoms can be removed. Is it necessary for patient to take those chemicals he wants to as prescription, or lifestyle medicine can better cure instead of a medicine? Is the practitioner doing all those things? If you are doing that, you are following Quranic ethics, work ethics. If not, then making money which is not even halal. And same applies to a psychoanalyst. Have you taken due notice of not only symptoms but what are behind symptoms, and then symptoms in terms of the cultural and social context? You are obsessed with the behaviorist philosophy, analysis and processes, and you are reducing the human being to a mice. Just a mice behaves, you want him to behave. Interpret all his actions in that manner. Is that appropriate? Or you are dealing with a Muslim patient, completely different background, personality, culture, society. But textbooks never tell you about that. Textbooks always give you what I said in the beginning, the borrowed knowledge from the racist, supremacist culture of the West, which has been imposed on us. Rather, we welcomed it and feel proud of it. So, the point here is that how far we are using proper scales, proper measures. We develop tools of research in every area of research, and those tools help us in coming to good results and conclusions, and they help us in assessing a situation empirically. Now, what kind of tools are we using? Are those borrowed tools or tools developed and made in view of our own background, culture, need, belief and understanding of life? Therefore, the ayah is not giving you all those philosophical aspects in detail, but in one single word tells you that you have to use most appropriate measure, and when you want to weigh something, then you weigh it in most appropriate manner. That means assessment, that means application as well.